Guys remember Magnum PI back in the 80s where Thomas is going, work the lock, Thomas. Don't look at the dogs. Work the lock, Thomas. Don't, oh, you looked at the dogs. Okay. Pulling into Port Everglades. I'm up on the bridge. I talk fast. I talk a lot. I speak nuke. My maneuvering watch station was bridge phone talker. You have two sets of communications that come down from the bridge. One that's on a suitcase that's actually just, you can hear it. And the helmsman will answer to that. Well, there's a parallel communications path in case something goes down, because you don't go tooling around an atomic submarine on the surface without having two ways of doing anything, okay? So we're pulling into Port Everglades, and we're following these two space shuttle boosters. They were literally towing space shuttle boosters back in. This is how I remember it. It is the middle of spring break. There are boats everywhere. The big red Disney boats over on the left. Well, Port Everglades, my submarine drew damn near 33 feet of water. So while there's this little itty bitty bit of submarine sticking up above the surface, there was a phenomenal amount of it sticking down. So we're in this channel that I swear to you is 100 yards wide. We're going, well, 100 yards is easy if you've ever driven a boat that weighs 7,000 tons going at 5 knots, keeps on going. And the whole time I had this big old Texan for a captain. And if that guy walked through the door of this shop right now, he'd be in his 80s and went like this. I'm walking up off camera and going. That kind of command gravitas. I like that guy. And he's standing up there on the bridge, big Texan with his thing, and he's looking at the junior officer of the deck. Mr. Jones, drive my boat. Do not look at their tits. And I'm going to tell you what, the girls were rolling up in the boats, flashing us. Oh my God. For every 10 maneuvering watches, 2 of them are worth a damn. 1 of them is really amazing, and the other 8 of them, you just freeze your nuts off. I'm talking stick your thumb up your rear end to pop the thing back out when you need to use it, kind of cold. This particular day was one of those 85-degree, low humidity days, and we're coming in, Mr. Jones, drive the boat, right? And of course, you know, the skipper's looking. He's keeping an eyeball. He's making sure he knows where the rudder is. Captain was in, and finally this one, oh my God, this thing was, this girl was epic. I'm sorry. Women are not just objects to me, but there are some pretty damn good looking examples of the female side of the species roaming about, and this girl was it. Mr. Jones, oh, Mr. Jones, you looked at her tits. Are you kidding me? And that was it. He was laughing his ass off. It was funny. Best maneuver in watching my entire life. This is a lead-in for a Q&A we're going to do as an Anvil, but we want to throw this thing up on Patreon to thank you guys for 150 questions. Epic. Stand by. Here it comes.